Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Honesty, and today I am bringing you guys my top 5 search and destroy classes, and I'm going to talk about these in kind of a unique way. I'm going to specifically talk about the perks, then I'm going to talk about the lethals and the stuns off the rip, and then we're going to switch to the actual guns themselves, because I know you guys are here for the guns, but I want to talk about the perks because I feel like that's important, and I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed. And also obviously the lethals, because they're very interchangeable between all of them, but there are still very specific ones that you want to be sticking to. So let's go look at this first class. It's going to be an MP7. As you guys know, I love the MP7. I think it's absolutely dominant. But let's first go to the perks. My most common perks I run are double time, restock, and tune-up. Number one things you got to remember: perk 1 slot. For search and destroy, you need to be running either double time or EOD on any class. It doesn't matter what it is. There's nothing else you should be running. Cold-blooded, maybe if they get streaks on you, I guess. It's useless against thermal. Don't be using it. Just don't. Perk 2, restock, ghost. That's it. Unless you're doing overkill, okay, I guess you can make an excuse there. Overkill has a place as far as sniping goes, but I don't recommend it ever for a red gun. If you're running MP5 725, you're a scumbag, no one likes you, don't do it. Just run restock or ghost. It's really overpowered, I know, but refrain, please. Be a good search and destroy player. Know your rush routes, know your timings. Don't rely on overpowered guns. Perk 3 should be basically two things: shrapnel, tune-up. I would say that Battle Hardened has a place on certain maps like Shoot House. Yeah, that's it. Maybe if you're gonna hit with a lot of stuns on other maps, I don't know. I would recommend it maybe in the CDL playlist. Don't know. But as a reminder, these are public matches, not for GBs. If you're running GBs, I do have classes for those as well. Come into my live streams, twitch.tv/honesty_gaming, and I will give you all my CDL classes as well. I have no problem with that, as well as my MP5 and M4 setup. If you guys know, those are the most overpowered guns in the game. Pretty much everyone has those classes down to a T at this point, so I'm not going to talk about those classes in this video. And yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about. As a reminder though, amped doesn't help switching to a pistol, so either use it for a rocket launcher or a knife. That's pretty much it. So I don't recommend running amped. Doesn't really make sense. Just a reminder, it does not help with switching to a pistol, so don't run it with your sniper. Think you're going to get a faster switch to either M19 or your Renetti. Just a heads up. Now, onto the class. I always run a knife as a secondary pretty much anytime unless I'm sniping, because I want to have a quick route. The fastest way to run is with the knife. It has 103% movement speed, as well as it doubles the amount of time that your super sprint is active, or tactical sprint. I don't really care what it's called. It is called the super sprint, because that's how you get your opening routes, and that's how you catch people off guard. And onto the main primary guns, the thing that we're all here for, the MP7, the god tier gun. Everyone's using it. There's a purple laser pack out for it right now. Who wouldn't be running it? This is a very aggressive class setup. It's FSS Recon, Merc Foregrip, Stippled, No Stock, and Sleight of Hand. I run Sleight of Hand over Monolithic because I just like to get in people's faces quickly. I commonly will kill 2 people, reload, immediately push 2 more. That's kind of what I do. I play aggressive with this gun. I don't like to play slow. I'm very good with it. I like this setup. If you are a little bit slower with it, definitely swap out the Sleight of Hand for either Monolithic or a Compensator. I don't think you need a buzzer break for this. If you can't handle the recoil, with really not much, but if you can't, I apologize, that's my dog, guys. But if you can handle it, if it's just a little bit too much, maybe you're trying to pick people off head glitches with it, run the Compensator. But otherwise, Monolithic will do just fine. It'll help with a 7.5% increase to your range and would be an absolutely fantastic thing. Also, the bug thing looks pretty dang good. So, if you got it, run it. It looks good. On to the next one. We have the AUG. Now, this is actually one that I spent most of yesterday and today kind of tuning in. This is the gun that I've been like fine-tuning. Believe it or not, I actually really like this gun now. It's taken me a while to find my class, but I think this is my class setup. I have a muzzle brake to make it sure that side to side is very centered, and I only really have to control the recoil, which there really isn't much of, and so it's really nice. And then I'm running an 407 lightweight. Like I said, there's no need for recoil control, so there's no need for the extended version of this. I also run the PERK foregrip because that does help with the recoil control, but mainly it helps with your hip fire, which is fantastic for that close range. You have the 5.56 30-round mags on this thing to make it have that insane range and absolutely body people at range. I love it. It's fantastic. As well as we have the Forge Tech CQB comb stock. It makes it ADS faster. Absolutely great for that. It is a very versatile gun. As you guys can tell, basically all my stats are green on this gun. It does lose a little bit of mobility as far as left to right when you're strafing, but when you're gunning people down in a blink of an eye, strafing doesn't matter too much because you're just ending your gunfight so fast that your opponent cannot beat you. That's something I really look forward to. Now, AR class, because we need an AR class, right? This is the Kilo, another fantastic gun. Everybody's using the M4 or the GRU, or the GROW, whatever you want to call it. I call it the GRU because I'm weird, let's be honest. You guys have seen my videos. Alright, muzzle brake. I use a compensator, not a muzzle brake, my bad. Barrel, I use a 19.8 Prowler, right? Something like that. Yeah, 19.8 Prowler, there we go. The Commando foregrip, stipple grip as the rear grip, and no stock on the rear side. It has an amazing ADS time. It, like I said, it doesn't have too much recoil, but because you put on that no stock, it adds a little bit of recoil, so you put on that compensator to bring it back down. It's a pretty amazing gun. If you cannot handle the recoil, or you can't handle not seeing people, I would recommend swapping out either the no stock if you can't handle the recoil for an optic, like a GI Mini Reflex, or you can swap out the Commando for a sight. I wouldn't recommend that. I don't know, maybe you could swap out the stippled for a sight. It's kind of up to you. I think those are both very good options, but it kind of depends on your play style. This is all how you use the guns. I'm a very, very aggressive player. I get in your face, and I mean to do that. Now, I did just have the thought, I didn't talk about the lethal and tacticals. This is actually something that I should be talking about and definitely should have talked about before the SMGs. So let's just real quick get into these. So the main ones that you should be using as far as a standard game of Search and Destroy is the Frag, Semtex, and maybe C4. I don't encourage the C4. The C4 is incredibly scummy. It's very noob friendly. I got myself into a bad situation. I'm going to throw the C4, get myself out of it. I don't like it. It doesn't, C4 doesn't mean skill, and it's not very good. It doesn't make you a good player. And so I don't encourage people using the C4. If you want to use it, that is just fine. It is extremely overpowered, so don't be afraid to. The Semtex is a wonderful two things. It explodes faster, which means certain opening routes are much easier to hit. You can make sure to catch people off guard with it. You can also stick it to riot shields, which are extremely common in Search and Destroy and very annoying to deal with. Which is, I also do encourage the thermite. The thermite throws faster if you're running into them. If there's a lot of people on the other team, definitely throw on thermite, definitely throw on restock. Make sure you're taking them out. Every 30 seconds you can throw another one. It's very effective. You can take out up to 3 in a round. And if you run, obviously, shrapnel, you can take out to 4. So, very valuable. Semtex can also open doors. That's something that most of people don't understand. Like, it's like, wait, why do you throw the nade right there? It's never going to kill anyone. Well, actually, I'm using it to open a door, so on my opening route, they never hear the metal doors open. They hear a loud explosion, but they don't know why they heard a loud explosion. They just think I missed an opening route nade. And in reality, I'm getting a door open so that you won't hear me flanking you. It's a wonderful tool, an amazing thing to do. And another thing you can also use your tacticals for, which I want to talk about. There's really only 3, again, that you should be using. There's certain things like they work, but they're not that great. So the main 3 you should be using is stun, smoke, and stim. Stuns, really, obviously, they help. They stick a person in place. They're extraordinarily powerful in this game. Insane. They can stun C4s, as well as, I believe, proxy mines. They do amazing things in that sense. The smoke grenade obviously cuts off lines of sight, makes it so you can push through certain things. If you're using thermals on your snipers, they can give you the line of sight without giving your opponent the line of sight. And last one's the stims. You can use them to heal yourself behind cover, use it for a faster opening route to catch your opponents off guard. Stims are extraordinarily versatile, but they do not hinder your opponent at all. They only help you. So, if you're against very good players, I would highly recommend the stun or smoke. But if you're against a little bit worse players and you think you can just outgun them or outmaneuver them, the stim is definitely for you. So that's kind of the back and forth. I've seen people use the snapshot, the heartbeat, and I've seen people use like decoy grenades. In reality, they're not that good. Snapshot can be countered, and also its range is very bad. Would not recommend it. Heartbeat sensor, most people run Ghost. Most people aren't like me and running restock and using multiple nades, multiple stuns in a round. Most people are using Ghost, so it's not going to be that helpful against them. It does counter them. And decoy grenades, anyone with half a brain can figure out a decoy grenade from a real person. Just being honest, like, yeah, they're not gonna do anything. Yeah, I don't recommend them. Gas grenades, they have their usefulness, but in all reality, people have pretty much figured out how to get around them, and at this point in the game, they're really not that strong as they were in the beginning of the game. Battle Hardened will still counter them completely. It's not like the stuns or the flashes where it just kind of partially counters them. Battle Hardened just counters the gas grenades now. I've used it against it. It's extraordinarily strong against gas grenades, which is another reason to run Battle Hardened if your opponents are running gas grenades. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that. But let's move on to the fourth gun, which is the GRU. Alright, let's be honest. Alright, I like the GRU. It's insanely powerful. I love this gun. And I used to run the Archangel barrel, which there's definitely a valid opinion to the Archangel barrel. It has amazing range, incredibly no recoil, absolutely nothing. But if you want to play aggressive and get in people's faces like this class setup is meant for, then you need the Nexus barrel. You need the Nexus barrel, the Commando foregrip, the XRK Void 2 grip, the no stock, and some sleight of hand to get another clip in there. I love using this class. I love getting in people's face with it. The main reason why I don't run additional ammo as opposed to sleight of hand like I used to like in past CODs like BO4, I would always run extended mag because it was just better. You didn't have to reload. You could challenge more enemies at once and make sure that you didn't die during a reload. But in this game, the extended barrels have a significant downside. They decrease your ADS speed, your movement speed. They decrease something, and it's not good. Even if it's by a frame or two, you don't want that. So, because I want to stay mobile, because I want to stay aggressive, sleight of hand is just a better perk as far as that goes. If you want to play more, if you want to play slower but still want to use the Nexus barrel, so I'm being in people's face, slap out sleight of hand for monolithic suppressor. I don't think you need compensator for this gun. It is an incredibly accurate gun, even without the Archangel barrel. Highly recommend it. Give this gun a chance. If you haven't, I don't know what to say. This gun is amazing. I've been loving this gun since it came out. The day it came out, I said this gun is top 3 guns. I'm like literally, the day one, I used it for like 3 games. And I was like, this gun is insane. This gun is going to be amongst the top weapons, and as it turns out, it is one of the top guns in Warzone. It is one of the top guns in multiplayer. I was right. If you want to know more predictions, especially when Season 4 comes out, make sure you guys go out to twitch.tv/honestly_gaming. Make sure you guys do that. I know I'm plugging it so much right now, but seriously, I have so many good predictions. I love playing Search and Destroy with you guys as well. Once a week, we're always playing with you guys, and honestly, we do some pretty funny content out there, so make sure you guys get out there. And last but not least, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this class, but yeah, my overkill sniping class. This class has a lot of things, and the main reason why I want to talk about this gun is that a lot of people make the mistake of running a barrel on the HDR. Don't run a barrel on the HDR. It already has an amazing one-shot potential with attack laser and the ADS stock. That's all you need in life. So just run those two, and then obviously run the PERK focus as well as a bipod, because why not? You only need 4 slots for this gun to be good and be absolutely dominant. The only thing I would recommend is if you do run those smokes, make sure you swap out the, where is this, thermal sniper scope. You can run it, apparently you can run a different sniper on it. Looks pretty dope. Might be something we do on stream tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe you guys should come out, check out the stream. Which, by the way, we're going to be live at 7 o'clock tonight. Make sure you guys come out. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is probably like an hour after this goes up. So, you know, you like me, you like my classes, go watch me use them. Twitch.tv/honesty_gaming. Another thing I do want to talk about with this gun, make sure you swap out the reticle. It's the other snipers, I never had to swap out the reticle. This one, swap out the reticle. It is so ugly. Swap it out. Highly recommend it. Just use the first one. It's really nice. Second one, I also like, but the first one, I think is a little bit nicer. I go back and forth on them. They're both really good. Make sure you swap out the reticle, though. Oh my god, it's so bad. I do eventually want to grind out, oh my goodness, for this one. Oh my goodness, I've seen so many people using it. I don't know. Maybe we should do that on a stream. I don't know. That sounds like fun. But anyways, guys, I do overkill with the MP5. I would show you guys this class, what I use on the MP5, but if you guys want to see what I use on the MP5, go out to my stream. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I will catch you guys all later, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you guys all stay honest. Peace out, guys.